Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about cloud computing. Introduction: a global era in computing. Powerful multi-core processor, general purpose graphic processor, superior software methodological, virtual leveraging the powerful hardware, wider bandwidth for communications, proliferations of devices, exploitations of domain application. Cloud concept enabling technologies and model. The cloud concept context. Evaluating of internet computing. Top 10 largest database. Challenges. Alignments with the needs of business, user, non-computing specialist, community, and society. Need to address the scalability issue, large-scale data, high-performance computing, automation, response time, rapid prototyping, and rapid time to productions. Need to effectively address ever shortening cycle of obsolescence, heterogeneity, and rapid changes in requirement. Transform data from diverse source into intelligence and delivers intelligence to right people or user or system. What about providing all this is the cost effective manner? Enter the cloud. Cloud computing in internet-based computing, whereby shared resources, software, and information are provided to computer and other devices on demand, like the electricity grid. The cloud computing is a culmination of numeric attempts at large-scale computing with seamless access to variety limitless resources. On-demand computing, utility computing, ubiquitous computing, atomic computing, platform computing, edge computing, elastic computing, grid computing. Great technology. Slide from my presentations to industry. Emerging enabled technology. Natural evolutions of distributed system and the internet. Middleware supporting network of system of facilitate sharing, standardization and openness. Infrastructure and application model dealing with sharing of computing systems, data, storage and other resources. Publicized by prominent industrialists as on demanding computing, utility computing, etc. Move towards delivering computing to mass similarities other utilities. And now it is changing world now. Explosive growth in application, biomedical information, space explorations, business analytics, web 2.0, social networking, YouTube and Facebook, extreme scale content generations, e-science and e-business data deluge, extraordinary rate of digital content consumption, digital gluttony, Apple, iPhone, iPad, Amazon needles, exponential growth in computing capabilities, multi-core storage, bandwidth, virtual machines, very short cycle of obsolescence in technologies, Wind Vista, Wind 7, uh, newer architectures, web service, persistence model, distributed file systems, uh, repositionings, multi-cares, wireless and mobile, delivers knowledge and skill level of workforce. You simply cannot manage these complex situations with the traditional IT infrastructure. Typical requirement and model: platform, software, infrastructure, service-based application program, interface. A cloud computing environment can provide one or more of these requirements for a cost. Pay or as you go model of business. When using a public cloud, that model is limited to renting a property then owning one. An organization could also maintain a private cloud and or use both. Enable technology: cloud application, data intensive, computer intensive, and storage intensive. Common features of cloud provider: development environment, production environment, simple storage, stable storage device management console and monitoring tools, and multi-level security. Windows Azure enterprise level on demand capacity builders, fabrics of the cycle storage available on request or request. You have to use Azure API to work with infrastructure offered by Microsoft. Significant features: web roles, worker roles, blob storage, stable and drive storage. Amazon E2. Amazon EC2 is one large complex web service. EC2 provided a API for instanting computer instance with any of this operating system. It can facilitate computing through Amazon Machine Integrate, Signatures features, S3 Cloud Management Console, Map Redux Clouds, Amazon Machine Image, excellent distribution, load balance, and cloud monitoring tools. Google App Engine. This is more a web interface for a development environment that offer a one-stop facility for design, development, and deployment Java and Python-based application in Java, Go, and Python. Google offer the same reliability, availability, scalability at par with Google own application. Interface is software programming based, comprehensive programming platform, irrespective of the size, signature features, templates, and app store, excellence monitoring and management console. Demos: Amazon AWS, EC2, S3, Linux machines, Windows machine, a 3-tier enterprise application, Google App Enterprise, Scale plugin for GAE development and deployments of an application, Windows Azure, storage, Blood stores, VS Visual Studio. Cloud programming models. The context: big data mining, huge amount of data collection in a wide range of domain from astronomy of healthcare has become essential for planning and performance. We are in a knowledge economy. Data is an important essential to any organization. Discovery of the knowledge, enabling discovery and annotations of data, complex computational models. No signal environment is good enough, need elastics on demands. We are looking at newer program model and supporting algorithm and data structures. Google File System International introduction and life challenges in the from web logs, web proud data, large scales, petascale, but observe that this type of data has an unique different characteristics that your transactional or the system order data. Google exploit the characteristics in its Google File System. What is Hadoop? At Google, MapReduce operations are run on a special file system called Google File System. If GFS is not an open source, dog cuttings and other at Yahoo, the software framework that support HDFS, this open source and distributed by Apache. Fault tolerance. Failure is the norm rather than exceptions. A HDFS instance may consist of thousands of server machines. Since we have a huge number of components and that each component has non-trivial probability of failure, means that there is always some component that is non-functional. HDFS architecture, Hadoop distributions file. So what is MapReduce? MapReduce is a programming model Google has launched successfully its processing of the big data. Benchmark for the competing Jim Gray challenges under data-intensive complex. Google uses it for word counts, AdWords, Pegar's index data. MapReduce engine, and this is the very important aspects of the cloud computing. And in this cloud computing, if we can make a proper innovations, and if we can go with a proper kind of things, we can solve many problem together. So if you have any questions regarding uh, this cloud computing, you directly can communicate with us. Bye bye and take care.